Hi everybody, Kurt Quinnell back on Lake of the Woods. I know it's been a while, so I apologize for that. It has been very, very busy, and on days when it's not real busy, it has really, really been windy. So, I gave you what's up on Lake of the Woods. We're towards the end of June right now, and I think my last video was back on June 6th. The month sure goes by in a hurry. But we had great fishing all last week, all right? But every day it was just a little bit less, but it was still fine. Nice, good size keeper fish. A few slots every day and then a bunch of little ones to keep you busy. So everything was perfect. Then towards the weekend, Saturday we went out and boy, it got tough in a hurry. So you're doing what you can do, and then I had customers yesterday, and I've got Ken Root with me today, and it got windy. So now I've got tough fishing and wind. Luckily, our first fish yesterday, and here's a picture of it. First fish yesterday was over 28 inches. It was 28, almost a quarter, caught by Ken. So my day was made in the first little bit, and thank goodness for that.
Right.
So Ken, well, first of all, when we caught that fish, we had just been set up only a very few minutes. And I know you said that you caught a couple of big walleyes before, but that one, I thought it was maybe a pike for a while. It was really pulling. We had a hard time hauling that one up.
Well, when you come out here and you really are not aware of what to expect, and you get a hit like that, and you got the net, and I kept pulling, and I thought, I don't know, I assume it's a walleye, but it's heavy. And then I got him up, and just as you netted him, the hook came out of his mouth.
That's right. A good guy will do that.
Yeah. But at that moment, you looked at me like, hey, the lake is full of fish this size. Let's catch 20 more of these today. And so I said, okay, let's throw him back. So we saw him for a moment. Beautiful fish. He's back in there for somebody to catch. But this lake is so impressive in its own way, Kurt. I'm really having a hard time wrapping my arms around where we are and what the prospects are for not only fishing, but also getting around on this lake.
Well, thank goodness I've got this spot that's close in. Wind's going to go over 15 miles an hour out of the south. Out of the south is going to help a little bit, but we're tucked in here fairly close to shore today, and stick around. We'll see how this one plans out.
North Country Outdoors Radio.
Well, this is what happens when it's windy. You get the fish, you reach over, start the camera, and there you go. 27 incher. Now look at this fish. It's a little darker, and again, it's not real fat. I've seen a few of these this year.
Yep.
And it's odd. It's unusual. I don't think it's anything to get all shook up about, but I'm gonna get this one back in the water here quick.
Yeah.
But 27 incher, first fish of the day, like yesterday, Ken. Remember I showed you the little leeches on them yesterday? This one had this leech on it.
Yeah.
So that's what they're in here. This is what their food is right now. They're digging these leeches out of these rocks they were fishing near. Well, hopefully I get the camera on for the next one, all right?
Kurt sets the hook. There he goes.
Now, you'll recognize this guy. We've been in here, Ken, probably 20 minutes. Did I say it takes 20 minutes for the fish to find us?
Yeah.
So you catch a 27 incher, then you catch a 8 incher.
Well, you just go through them and
Just keep fishing. Yep, that's how it works.
oh, this could be a big one.
Well, I don't know that he's I can get this thing taken care of. Look at him go. He's just tough.
I'll come over the top with it.
This is big.
Oh.
So I was putting him in the net and pulling him out of the net at the same time.
That's
There
an
you go.
interesting move.
Yeah. Well, this is
That
a
is
25 incher.
That's a sizable fish.
Okay, here we go. I'm going to measure this with another. They're fine specimen. Good fish. That's 4 or 5 so far, Ken. Well, let's see. Maybe.
You can tell a lot by the initial pull, can't you? I can't tell that much, but it feels like the fish is a good 18, 20
Oh,
inches.
man. This is going to be a keeper. 17 incher. And the jig's not even in the net. Our lives couldn't get any better, man.
Good, and I caught the fish. I like that too.
I'll measure this guy. Ken, this fish is 19.5 inches long.
Perfect, right?
Nope, it's
Too long?
this much too big. Yeah, it just touched 19 and a half, so they have to go back. But well, I thought that was 17. We've been catching so many big fish that these big fish don't look like big fish. So I'm just going to put this one back, all right? You want a picture of it?
I would.
Okay. That's a really, really nice fish to have in the system. Hold it up a little bit higher. Oh, look at that. Over the side she goes. I'm surprised that fish is that big. That was a great fish. On this windy day here, I know the camera's crooked most of the time, but here, there's shore. That's how far we came to get
half mile.
Well, if that, yeah, it's a half mile, probably the most.
You have fascinates me. I mean, tell us what type of boat we're in, how big it is, and what your motor is. But I'd really like to know that first, because there's a whole lot more that's attached to it.
Well, my dream boat was a 20-foot Pro V kind of Lund boat. And Crest, oh, here's the fish. I told you we went to get far.
We'll be back with this in just a moment. I feel like we're Pee Wee Reese and Dizzy Dean trying to make conversation during a baseball game that's dull. Oh, there's a hit to center field. He goes back deep. That's another out. Oh, he's still there.
Come on in, bud.
Wow, that's a big fish for you to pop in without the net.
Again, this fish isn't real fat. Now when they spawn, that takes a lot out of them. They're a little bit lean after that, but by the end of June, these fish should be fatter. Nice color on this fish, though.
Beautiful,
looks like a good.
golden.
His fins are sticking up. You see, that's a healthy fish. 22 incher probably. And off he goes. Thanks, Ken.
I don't know if that was good or not. Couldn't really tell.
I think it was just fine. But this is a 20-foot Crestliner. They call it a Raptor, and to compare it, you would compare it to a Lund Pro V. There are some differences, but it's the same. It's a 20-foot low slung walleye boat. I've got the Mercury 300 horse Verado engine.
Wow, what an
beautiful 4-stroke engine. Jeez, it's beautiful. I've got a Mercury 99 kicker motor for trolling on it. But up on the front, you talked about the amazing stuff, and that Mercury motor is amazing. This boat is amazing, but that trolling motor up front, the Minn Kota Tarova motor, works on GPS. I push the anchor button. Oh no!
Yep. Keep talking.
Yeah.
Not a big fish. I think I can bring him in without any problem.
Right, hoist him over to me then. There. Perfect. Come on back, buddy. There we go.
The trolling motor in the front.
The trolling motor.
GPS control.
Here we go. Here's the remote. I'll turn it on. It shuts off after a while. But here's the remote. If you push this little button right there with the anchor on it, all right, once you push that button, your boat will stay there.
Stay right there.
Stay right there. Within a foot or two.
It'll turn into the wind.
Yeah.
Generally.
It makes adjustments constantly. On a day like this motor is running on 8 or 10, all the time. It's running full blast to keep us there.
What's the power supply, and how long will it last?
I've got a 36-volt lithium battery in here, and it's got 64 amp hours. Now it would have gone above my head a year ago, but And I found that 63 amp hours isn't enough. They make 100 amp hour, which is, it'll last all day. In a day like this, I'm sure this battery will be done and empty by 2.
Yeah.
And that's pretty good, but when they design these things and when they make them, they don't realize some of the conditions that we use them in. Now, not everywhere do they go out and hit spot lock at 8 o'clock in the morning and pop it off at 3 in the afternoon. That's, I think, unusual. But if I could upgrade my battery to 100 amp hour, I would probably do that. Are you sure you're on the bottom there? But that's, of all the things they've got, we've got depth finders that are great and motors that are great, but that fact that you don't have to throw the anchor over anymore, especially on a windy day, is something great,
well,
especially for an old fellow like me, you know.
Let's say you're in 30 feet of water.
Yeah.
You ought to have 210 feet of anchor rope
out.
Yep.
The rule on Lake of the Woods is you have 200 feet of rope. You got another one? Yep, you do. Boom. Feel not great?
It's bigger than the last one, but he's
yeah, still got that one going.
The little guys are hungry.
Cripes are biting so fast now, you can't
Do a color commentary.
We can't get anything going here. Come on, baby. This is a little nicer. Well, he just got big. He just got big. Whoa, he's running even. So here's one that's just a little too big.
Yeah.
But too big.
You getting the net?
Of course he can. Oh no, he's not in the net. Come on, baby, come out of there. Look at that, no tangles.
Wow, good.
Wait. I got you. There we go. I'll put that back where it was. All right, now this one is pretty decent fat. He's a little dark, and he's not real fat. Now this may be just June, right? Maybe they're still coming around. If these spawned out a month and a half ago, they may not be back up. But I kind of noticed that they look dark and skinny for the first time last week, and now here are some more of them. Sure, a lot of them around though. Placed him in for a 13-inch fish. Little walleye though. Now look at this guy, he's pooped on the floor. But this guy is fat. Very nice and fat, beautiful color. So he's little, but he's in really good shape.
My minnow, what do you think?
We'll give you
You always give me a fresh
a
minnow.
new one. Everyone gets a new minnow.
So
We'll have to wait till we watch this video to know how many of these big fish we've caught now. I've lost track.
Well, you know, it's a regular thing. We're catching a fish every 5 to 10 minutes.
It's steady, yep.
I can live on that. You make it to where that the time out of the water is pretty short.
I'm really lucky to have some spots. People say I'm a blabbermouth, and I tell everyone where we're fishing, but we're right out in front of the resort. People come by us all the time here, look at their maps on the way by, and keep right on going. The green buoy's a half a mile south and east of us here, so that's one of the local honey holes, and that's good over there. But all along this contour, the 24-foot contour and the 30-foot contour, I think all the way over to Twin Islands, you can catch fish like this if you can stand there, stay there for a little while. It's a whopper. Geez, you catch them all on this side of the boat.
Who caught the fish earlier, you know?
Stripes are fishing here, isn't it?
Come on.
Crazy
what am
kid.
I going to do if he's over 28?
Well, all right. We got our signals all down on that, right?
I think we do. I think we're going to take him home.
I can't see it. Oh, just
That is a big fish. That is a big fish. That's a big fish. Are we rolling?
yep.
Oh
And
my
look at
gosh.
another leech on his chin. Look at that fish. And again, he's got a big head and
And he's-
shoulders. Oh, don't put your rod up there. Get it out of there.
Hang on, Captain.
Look at this guy here.
Oh man.
And it is 27.
27.
27. Get another picture of this guy.
I love it though. I'll take it. 27. Wow.
All right, hold it up a little higher. Well, I got to back away. Go this way. Right there. Okay. Okay, nose first back in the water. And the trick with these big fish is to get them back in the water really quick if you're going to release them.
And they bring those
Here we go, another one.
fish back down. They take them down an elevator.
Well, I thought this was going to keep, but I don't think so.
27-inch fish. I can't keep it.
Oh. How many fish have we seen here today?
Okay.
I'm actually getting good at taking those fish out of the net.
Yeah, I'll
He was
take
right
the net
through
away
his lip
from you.
right there. It was good. He was hooked fine.
Pick up your fish and I'll take your net.
You're sure on the bite. That's for sure. That's another 24-incher, I suppose. And another one. Oh, this one might keep. Oh no. Boy, I tell you, the little ones are in great shape.
Yeah.
He was pulling like he was on a tractor at first, but then there's another, look at, there's another leech on this guy.
Got a John
Right
Deere
there.
fish, huh?
Yeah. Whew. All right, I got to bait everything up here. Well, look at this guy. To get off, I don't really care, but another tank. And this one is dark, but thick through the shoulders. This is a nice fish here.
What he is, 21 inches maybe?
Well, we'll measure him. I think he's 22. Let's see. 21. Yeah, 20 and a half actually. That one's close. Your 19 and a half incher didn't look near that big.
I'll bring him up.
Placed him in. We have these,
Yeah, more.
and we have these. I was just going to start whining, and we hadn't caught one for a while. Whoop. Here's another one that's going to be close. Probably a 20-incher. Hold still, but come on. Oh, it came up. Good. Okay, I got this.
Well, let's talk about it.
22.
22.
22-incher. You want a picture of this one?
Sure, why not?
Let's see, and I'll notice this is not a fat fish either.
Right.
Camera, come on, I hope you're not. This one am I going to keep, huh? Yes.
It's right in that range.
Well, he wrapped around here. That's why he seems so big. Just like. Come on, come on. Let go. Let go.
The barb is the problem, isn't it?
Hold it. No, I can't see.
Oh, sorry.
There we go. See, all I gotta do is get that barb past. I think this one's gonna be all right. I'll measure it here. 14 and a quarter, 14 and a half almost. So that's,
Okay.
we needed 3 keepers, and now we've got them. And they're all small keepers, but with the other fish we've been catching in here, hey man, if you come out every day and catch all 17 to 19 inch walleye limits,
That'd be good.
I would be charging way more to come out and do this. We're just adding a hunk of crawler onto this for no apparent reason, but they like crawlers, they like minnows, so why wouldn't they like them together?
Well, you put them both on the plate, they think they're getting more for their money.
There you go. It's like a Borgeschmort. Come on, baby. Oh, there's another
Okay,
Whopper.
Kurt, hang it up there on you. Looking good.
That's another slot, so I'll need the net for this one, Ken.
Coming up.
Woohoo! Come on, baby. Come on in. Here, we got a routine made up now.
Yeah.
All right. Well, this has been an awesome morning
Nice.
on
fish.
Lake of the Woods. Now, if you look into the live well and see the 14-inch saugers that we kept for to finish off our limits going home, but this is
Wouldn't indicate quite as many fish.
14 or 15 of these today. This is a
Beautiful fish.
awesome time on Lake of the Woods. I'm hoping that those mid-range 17-inchers come back here soon, but we had a great time out here. Lake of the Woods is great, you know, to the end of June through the 4th of July. It's a good place, but in July and August, it gets better and better and better. So come on in. Well, just one more thing here.
There's that
Leeches on him there, and he's got a leech down in his mouth. The fish are in there eating bugs, and they're eating leeches. I'm going to get this guy back in the water. Appreciate you coming along today. I know it's been a while since the last video. I'll try to get back out here soon, but I appreciate you watching. Subscribe to the channel, the Kurt Quinnell YouTube channel. That way when I get a new video up, when I get them up, you'll be notified right away. From Lake of the Woods, I'm Kurt Quinnell along with Ken Root. It has been a great couple of days out in the lake with him. And I'm going to say I just hope I see you out here really soon on the water.